This is Boxing Tickets NI in association with SB Sports. We're here at the final press conference for Lopez Conlan. Delighted to be joined with the magnificent Conor Quinn. Did you see me interview with Paddy last night? He was calling you a rat.
Was it? I didn't watch it. No, I didn't watch it. Jesus, what was that for?
I was obviously asking him about your talents and your abilities. Obviously he was saying you were very talented, you were a world champion, you were a gym rat and you were also a rat.
Well, here, I'll take that. 3 compliments for an insult's not bad off Paddy. You know, he's a Mr. Negative man, like, do you know what I mean?
I didn't want to obviously message you last night and say Paddy's calling you names, because obviously I know he's ran away from you in sparring in the gym and everything else, but I just wanted to start off with that. Obviously Paddy's calling you a rat, just to see your thoughts.
Yeah, listen, it's the IBO champion of the world, you know what I mean? I must always be on his mind after that spar you've seen that day, so listen, I try and keep Paddy in high spirits at this time. Now he's fighting in 2 days, like, so don't want to go in on him too much, you know.
Obviously I've been, I guess, probably putting news out there obviously on your fight. Obviously you were supposed to be potentially fighting for a belt in this card. There was actually 2 belts at a stage. I guess because of scheduling now, obviously a title fight's not happening. Is it annoying to you the fact that you're so close to it? It was going to be for a title and now because of scheduling it's not working out?
Yeah, it is. Listen, right up until about 4 or 5 days ago, I thought I was fighting for a WBA belt. You know, like for someone I've never fought for a belt as of yet. Haven't fought for a Celtic title, haven't fought for an Irish title, so it would have been a great way to start, wouldn't it? You know, like a WBA belt or possibly a WBO European or whatever. But listen, obviously, Mark and Jamie have been working relentlessly on trying to get it over the line, and it probably just wasn't possible. So at least I know I'm capable of getting sanctioned for these sort of belts, and the next couple of shows then hopefully we'll get that done.
You've obviously seen quite a lot. Obviously the stable and Glen obviously have belts, and you're sort of going, brilliant, I've got my moment now, I can get a title fight. But I guess that keeps you hungry, doesn't it? Obviously, you know, I know Dave, obviously it's the first he's known of. You did know of obviously what you've been through the last couple of years, but you know from what you've been through, it's an 8-round fight, there's no belt on the line, you're getting the fight on a massive card, obviously the first world title fight since 2018. It's crazy to think that Paddy Barnes was the last one to fight for world title in Belfast.
Yeah, that's it, you know, like the way I look at it is the opponent's the same, the venue's the same, the event's the same, the date's the same. The only thing that's changed now is 2 less rounds. So I'm training for 10, it's now 8. Listen, just means you have to start a wee bit faster, and you know, like I always like to come out of the ring giving 100%. So we'll just see how it goes, and you know, like you're saying there, everyone in Glen, they've all got their belts and stuff, and I'm obviously trying to compete with everyone around me, competing with myself, competing with my opponents, and competing with my teammates, because that's how you keep a healthy sort of balance in the gym, you know what I mean? So we're all pushing each other on. But on the flip side of things, you always have to just look and say, listen, I'm very young, I've only been back boxing as a professional for 8 months. These guys have earned their stripes, they've built their way up. I'm in the process of doing that.
You're obviously seeing quite the talent we obviously have with obviously Paddy and Anto, and you obviously even Kieran Malloy and obviously Kurt. I think you would have probably did you come round the same stage as them in the amateurs?
Well, me and Kieran started off, we're the exact same age in terms of amateur boxing, so we started off in the schoolboy Europeans, went there together. Kieran's dad, Stephen, was actually the coach on the team, so I'm very, very friendly with Emmons, and me and Kieran the whole way up on the Irish team, come up together. Kurt is a bit older than me, so obviously on the elite team he was there when I was there, and you know, obviously you've got the likes of Pierce O'Leary and stuff like that up on the table as well. So all these guys that you've seen coming up and they've been coming up with you and things like that, it's brilliant to sit alongside them up there, you know, so it just shows that something we're doing is obviously working.
Do you see it sort of like a mini challenge when you have others around the same sort of level as you, and obviously who can get there first? You know, it's who can be the first one to headline a card? Do you sort of now start to look at wee challenges they'll got to go? I know obviously you've headlined obviously a Mark's card obviously as well earlier in the year, but you now look at it and going, who can get the big fight first?
Yeah, well, yes and no, because obviously the way you look at it, like if you look up at that top table today, the majority of them fighters are either signed to Conlan Boxing, Queensberry with Frank Warren, or else Top Rank. I'm probably one of the only ones sitting there without a big promotional backing, so I'm obviously managed by Mark Dunlop, and it just shows if I'm able to sit at that table with the likes of them lads, with the backing that they have, shows how good of a job Mark's doing with me. But then you have to look as well, it's opportunity, and there's things that are like obviously the likes of Kieran Malloy and Pierce O'Leary and stuff, their weight divisions are absolutely stacked. So they're not going to get opportunities maybe as quickly as I will as a flyweight or a super flyweight. So I don't really look at it that way. I just like to see everyone progressing at a steady rate. And like I said, it's probably more so Mark's stable. We're all sort of competitive, like who's headlining the next show, who's on the next show, who's on this show. Like so, like some Murph and Owen and all them lads, George Hughes and all. Obviously, he's boxing on Mark's shows now as well. You're just sort of, it's brilliant, mate. I just love fighting, and I love having people around me who love fighting. So you couldn't really ask for anything better.
Obviously, I knew about the Sonny Edwards sparring before it sort of happened. I guess that's sometimes the exclusive. Obviously, you can be when you're friendly with people and they know you won't put something out. Was it just the one day you sparred with Sonny, or did you spar with him a couple of days?
2 days. So we went over on the Sunday, sparred on Monday and Wednesday, and come home the Wednesday evening. Brilliant, like Sonny Edwards, in my opinion, is probably the best flyweight in the world. I think he's ranked number 1 anywhere on BoxRec, but in terms of ability and skill, I don't think anyone matches him. Maybe in terms of like fan favourite style, obviously you have Bam Rodriguez there, he's brilliant to watch and he's an absolutely brilliant fighter, but I think there's no one out there that's going to be able to do the things that Sonny Edwards does. So to go over and get the rounds with him, and they were brilliant rounds, very competitive rounds. Obviously sparring's different to fighting, so he was trying to do things that I do well, and then I was trying to do things that he does well, so you're sort of always trying to outdo each other. But that's the thing, mate. Like I've only come on the scene as a professional, but I've been around a long time. I've shared the ring sparring with professional world champions numerous times. I've boxed Olympic gold medalist, world championship gold medalist, European gold medalists, and people that's went on to become world champion as a pro. So, I've been in with all these guys, and I am very young, obviously, but whenever you put me in the ring with these boys, I can always give it a good go.
Do you sort of look now to Saturday night, obviously, with the sparring with Sonny, to obviously implement some wee bits of that? I guess, obviously, he's a world champion for what he's done. I guess you would sort of look at it where Sonny's obviously good at hitting and not getting hit. You're obviously good at hitting and stopping people. So you can sort of add wee bits of maybe what he does good with his footwork and things like that. Do you sort of now try and implement what you've learned from that sparring so that you can go on and put in another blistering performance Saturday night?
Yeah, definitely. Like even after the spar, we were talking to each other for a while, and he was telling me things that maybe an experienced pro would know more than me. Maybe about like when I was landing 1 or 2 shots, I was following up with 4, 5 and 6, and like the gym was 22, 23 degrees. You were doing 8 rounds. It's probably not the best way to go about it, but you're young, hungry, and you want to get in there and you want to try and hurt people. So it's just about taking them different things and then we experiences and bringing it into the fight night. Then obviously I think things always do come together better on fight night. So I think obviously you're more relaxed, you're more focused on a game plan and stuff, but even just to share 2 days of competitive sparring at world level, whenever you're coming back to the corner and it's 22 degrees, the sweat's dripping off you, and you're going out again against a world level opponent, the best in the world. So I think it sort of brings you always try and push yourself to that level where you say, right, I know I can compete here, and then whenever you're fighting, you're probably actually bringing it down a few levels, you know what I mean?
You've obviously a former EU champion, obviously, in the opposite corner on Saturday night. For you, obviously, is it the fact of you sort of making a statement? Obviously, I guess the last time out, obviously, I think you won 1 point. Was it the last time in the SAC? So you haven't a stoppage yet in the SAC. Is that now the plan? I guess when you're seeing people like Nick Bollitt's at the table, he's getting opportunities now because he keeps stopping people. Do you sort of now look at that and going, if the opponent's not that negative, that you're just going to go and you're going to take him out and try and make it as easy and nice work as possible?
Yeah, definitely. Every time I step into the ring, I want to take people out. 5 fights, 5 wins, 4 wins by stoppage. So I always want to take people out of there. But like I was saying there to someone else, this is probably the first guy that's going to come forward and trade with me. And to be honest, I feel like in a professional boxing ring, I don't think I've landed a clean punch. In my opinion, like obviously, it's people probably looking at that saying, "You've stopped all these guys," but you're hitting them in the gloves and they're feeling the power, or you're hitting them maybe a good body shot and they're feeling it, and then they're already halfway down before you're getting to land a good shot. Whereas when someone comes to me and they open up and I'm catching them in between as they're throwing a hook, I'm hitting them as a hook, and like their chins are to be hit, I think that suits me down to the ground. That's when I think I'll really put people to sleep.
Obviously, when I finally obviously touch and obviously you're having to sell tickets and everything else in the show, I'm sure obviously you want to pass on obviously your thanks to obviously those that are coming to support you. Do you know what sort of time you're on at on Saturday night yet? Is it sort of maybe early doors, or could you the potential of being afloat?
I don't know. Actually, I'm not too sure. I think
everybody's sort of waiting to find out when you're going to be there, but I guess hopefully everybody comes to watch every fight, because there's 12 fights in the card, a lot of Irish fighters on the card, and every fighter needs the support.
Yeah, that's it. Like the support I've had has been unbelievable, from sponsors through to obviously people buying tickets. Like, it's funny because you get a couple hundred tickets and you're saying to yourself, it's going to be hard to shift these, and then they're gone, and then you get more and then they're gone. So like it just shows obviously the people in Belfast that love boxing. You know what I mean? And for them to buy a ticket off me, I've had people buying tickets off me that probably didn't even know much about me until you're getting on these type of events. So it gives you the opportunity there to sort of, you can go out in front of a couple thousand people, and the next time they'll say, right, I definitely want to go and watch this kid box. You know what I mean? So it's amazing. You couldn't say thanks enough to these people. You know what I mean?
Well, listen, thanks very much for your time as always. We'll catch up on Saturday night when you get another one on that column.
Thanks very much. Thank you.
Cheers, Conor. Take care.
Cheers.